Welcome back to Views with Hughes and Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and today's top story: DEI ruining many companies, and specifically, well, Strange World, one of the many things that's been destroying Disney. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right. So this is more of an op-ed video and stuff rather than news update to just keep you all informed about what's actually happening around in Disney. Okay. And then, shout out to Alan Ng as well as Frank Gore from over at Film Threat for producing such a wonderful piece on this particular topic. I'm going to also dive into some things that was shared in this article, and will be linked down below. Okay, so we all remember Strange Worlds and all of that, and you know what, it was a flop. Okay, Disney really banked hard on this movie, and you know what, it turned out to be a flop. They thought that the audiences would want it and stuff, but couldn't find out something that the audience never wanted in the first place. Okay, so over the recent months, we've seen how different airlines and companies like Sweet Baby Inc. and stuff recently have embraced DEI. But the real game changer in this narrative is actually Disney. Yep. Woke Disney went all in, putting major franchises like woke Marvel and Star Wars and Pixar on what's called the DEI altar. But what's the kicker? Here it is, Disney's Strange World, or as some would call it, the SJWs in space, which was so inclusive that it made headlines for having a disabled dog character and also a character that's a part of the LGBTQ community. So how do we get here? And more importantly, what's been the fallout, especially with the recent Disney flops? Okay, so first off, pulling out different insights from several sources, including a deep dive into Film Threat's Chris Gore and Alan Ng, revealing how Disney animation got hijacked by political activists. Now, this isn't just some sort of speculation. Earlier videos, and I've shared before, actually show how they laid the groundwork, detailing the different shakeup, and all shakeups at the company itself. And also, I did forget to mention about John Lasseter's exit from Disney and Pixar before, and then he was replaced by Jennifer Lee. Now, Jennifer Lee, she was actually dubbed the Kathleen Kennedy of animation. Okay, she pushed a clear agenda. She was more of an activist first rather than a producer or an executive. Okay, and she pushed a clear agenda: more diversity on screen and off screen. Her strategy, simply mandating that half of the Disney animators are women. Okay, but here's where it gets real tricky. Animation isn't just about having the right software or anything, but it's actually a skill, an art that's been passed down, taught for over many years, if not decades, often requiring the most top-notch education from places like Cal Arts and other years of mentorship. Now, under Lee's directive, the drive for a 50-50 gender split between men and women did definitely hit its snag. Not enough qualified female animators to meet the quota. Okay, they were just basically hiring people because of their gender, not because they had the skill, the talent, as well as experience and knowledge and skills to go ahead and make these different works of animated movies and shows. Now, the industry, historically dominated by males, particularly, and as she would put it, dominated by white males, found itself at a crossroads with DEI policies. Now, instead of just, going ahead trying to fix or try to maintain a goal to match reality, Lee actually doubled down, lowering the bar of what qualified someone to be a great animator for Disney. Now, this led to a hiring spree based on political and social alignment, where people should be aligned themselves farther to the left. Okay, and then instead of just having an actual animation skill, and what's the result? A toxic workplace, talented animators being sidelined because of their gender and race, and a decline in the quality and spirit of Disney animation. Now, I'm going to be honest with you all. I wouldn't even be surprised if this also happened in different companies and under Disney. Could have also happened under Marvel as well, and then possibly even Pixar. Remember when on the Marvel Studios we had Victoria Alonso. She wanted to, she was in charge of the visual effects and stuff. And then next thing you know, all the movies came out as of late, especially in Marvel's Phase 4 and stuff, and where everything was rushed and stuff. But the problem is, Bob Iger has a lot under going on right now, and all of this is his fault. You know, this is all his fault because of the fact that he decided to go ahead and hire someone who is an activist first, and then has, instead of just getting the job done itself. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, he hired somebody that's responsible for pushing out there the flop called Strange Worlds and stuff, among, like, basically hoping for it to be another Frozen. Okay. Now, speaking of Strange World, let's talk about that. The film that's basically embodied Lee's vision, but it actually crashed and burned, okay, both critically and financially. Now, despite the massive budget and high hopes, the movie definitely flopped, which is a testament to the disconnect between corporate activism and audience expectations. And what was Disney's reaction? Essentially just a shrug and a commitment to push forward with the agenda, continuing on to lose profits despite the clear message from the audience. Okay, now what's actually truly fascinating is the broader impact, especially on Disney's legacy franchises. Okay, so you have Raya and the Last Dragon, which marked the start of this new direction, sidelining male characters and pushing a narrative that many fans actually felt was more about messaging than storytelling. Okay, and this particular approach actually stepped right into every corner of Disney's empire, from Marvel onto Encanto and everything, leading to a noticeable dip in both box office performance and fan enthusiasm. And what's crazy about it, Bob Iger just didn't seem to care about it, because of the fact that, you know, he's CEO, he's in control of the board because he handpicked them and stuff. He also handpicked the people to put in charge and stuff. And now we're seeing here the consequences to his actions. All right. But the big picture here is more than just Disney. Okay, it's just a reflection of a larger cultural shift, where companies are navigating the delicate balance between social responsibility and staying true to their core audience. But the problem is, the question remains that can Disney actually, which is a company synonymous with magic and wonder, can they find its way back, or have they just basically changed the narrative for good, choosing political activism over storytelling? All of this, remember, happened under the watch of Bob Iger. Now, Iger was no longer CEO of the company back in December 2021 when he stepped down, but he actually stayed behind the scenes controlling everything, to the point where he had a second office and everything with the bathroom itself. He stayed in his own office, forced Bob Chapek to stay in his office, didn't go into Iger's office. But basically, it seemed like Bob Chapek, he had the title of CEO only. Okay, he still had to answer to the board. Bob Iger doesn't have to answer to the board. Instead, the board has to answer him. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, all of this happened under Bob Iger's watch, whether in CEO name or not. He stayed behind the scenes, controlling everything by influencing the board and watching over the then CEO Bob Chapek's shoulders. Now, Bob Iger's return as CEO of Disney in December 2023 brought about several changes within the company. Now, in February 2024, he announced the major restructuring of the company, including the layoffs of 7,000 employees and the reorganization of Disney's media and entertainment businesses into 3 divisions. Okay. However, it also resulted in a significant reduction in the workforce, which has caused some concern among employees and industry observers. Now, in addition to the restructuring and stuff, but Iger has also made changes to the company's content strategy, where he's emphasized the importance of creating high quality content, as well as made a commitment to investing in new and innovative projects. But the problem is, those projects and the content lacked quality and stuff, to the point where fans were no longer interested in it. He promised to develop several high new projects, and he promised like projects like the Star Wars series and live action and adaptation of The Little Mermaid. Star Wars, on the other hand, has been doing poorly as of late, where they haven't really seen any new movies, as well as the fact that Little Mermaid has flopped in the box office hard. Now, Iger's return also had an impact on the company's stock price. Since his return, Disney stock price has increased by 19%. Because of the fact that there's a proxy war going on against Bob Iger with the likes of Nelson Peltz. So, and it's also suggesting that investors have more well, a lot of people would say that investors have more confidence in the future of the company, but the problem is that's not it. It's the fact that they have more confidence in Nelson Peltz and his plan rather than what Disney and Bob Iger are doing. Okay. This leads to the concerns about the long-term implications of Bob Iger's actions. Some critics are arguing that the layoffs and restructuring could have negative impact on the company's culture and creativity, but in reality, it should be able to embolden the company to actually hire people based on merit, on skill, on talent, and not a matter of what their social or political ideology is. Okay, and the fact of the matter is that whenever you hire someone on merit, that's when your company makes more money. It's quite that simple. Okay. And Iger has a lot going on, but all of this wouldn't have happened if he didn't hire people, make certain decisions to bring films like political messaging into a film like Strange World. Oddly enough, that didn't even have a villain in it, but instead the only villain that they had was climate change and stuff. But also the likes of hiring people like Jennifer Lee. Okay, so the fact of the matter is Disney's animation is broken. As a matter of fact, I might as well say it. Disney is destroyed. Okay, and what to put the nail in the coffin, what caused like the turn in it is the movie Strange Worlds. Okay, so let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional details that I didn't provide on this particular topic. If you enjoyed that sharing the video, go ahead, smash the like button, share far wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already, you enjoyed all the content up out there, go ahead and click the bell notification and subscribe to the channel so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.